There's nothing here.
Big Bang is at its target.
What the fuck are you talking about? If it was at its target, then the cleric stronghold would have been erased, annihilated. And we're still receiving communication signals coming from the Horde. Does that sound like it's been annihilated?
Conrad had different plans for Big Bang.
What are you talking about?
He built Big Bang to destroy Tavar.
You're saying that shithead betrayed me. I want him dead. Now.
He's already run.
Then find him, kill him, and you will be well rewarded.
How about you pay in advance?
You'll get paid once he's dead. Now get after him. Those fucking clerics. I should have known. Well, the fort will have to learn it was saboteurs. There is profit in this yet. And I will find another way to get rid of those bastards in Ignadon.
Hey, you. You're new here. I don't know if anyone's told you, but the Duke, our glorious leader, king of the desert, is raising taxes on his territory. And I am here to collect them.
So, what is that to do with me?
Look, I've told the Duke 1,000 times I'm not the guy for this. But if I don't get him the shards, he'll put a rope around my neck. Or my wife will. She'd do it for him. So do a guy a favor and hand over the money. After all, it's better than me and you ending up as food for the jackals.
Your wife would hang you?
She wouldn't want to. No, she's a lady of integrity. I would never say anything bad about her. It would be the Duke. The Duke would insist. My wife is a wonderful lady. Calm, majestic. She'd be a queen of the desert if there wasn't already a king. The Duke, our glorious leader, king of the desert, and lord of the outlaws. So are you going to pay? Listen, maybe you can ask me about it later. Now is not the right time, okay?
You're asking me to pay to be here?
Everyone has to pay tribute to the Duke, our glorious leader, king of the desert, and lord of the outlaws. So will you hand over the shards now? It'd be better for both of us. Really, you don't want to explain not paying to the Duke.
Here, take the shards.
That's not enough, I'm afraid. That's only half the amount I need, that the Duke needs for the tribute. I know it feels like a lot, but I didn't make the rules. That was the Duke, our glorious leader, king of the desert, and lord of the outlaws.
There. Is that enough?
Yes. That will make the boss feel a lot happier. I'm sure that's enough tribute to keep you free from another visit from me.
You really love your wife, then?
Yes. Oh, yes. Completely. Totally. What is there not to love? You can tell her that if you meet her, that you've never met anyone who loves his wife as much as Liam. You could even say I worship her. And if anyone says anything about Cindy and us being in love, I'll deny it. How could I betray my wonderful, blessed, psychotic wife?
If things are so bad, why don't you split up with your wife?
Split? Split up? The only thing that would split would be my head and my shoulders if I tried that. I'm not the first, you know. Every few months she picks a husband. And have you met any of her exes here in the fort? No. And there's a good reason for that. No one knows where they are, where the pieces of them are. I've never had much here. I don't know why she picked me of all people, but now she owns me until I... And if she finds out about Cindy, both me and her are dead. Warrior, lover, goddess. She's everything a man could ever want. Oh, I don't know what I'd do if she just died. I can't talk to you.
follow me.
Get that beast myself.
Analyzing. Identified. Outdated defensive complex.
Probe IR-570 is providing good pictures. Maintain orbit. Correction to H-62's orbit came too close to the atmosphere. M-25 reported a malfunction 20 minutes ago. Distress call initiated. Delivering new data received from IR-570. Data updated into the computer. There was a slight change to the object's trajectory. Recalculated the countdown twice. No serious change.
Halt. Who are you? What's the password?
I don't know the password.
And yet you expect me to believe you are who you say you are? You've walked onto our ground, so I will ask you again. How did you find us?
Frank gave me your coordinates in the fort.
Frank? You've spoken to him. I've been trying to hatch a plan for days now to work out how to get him out of there.
Why are you here?
To find out what's happening. Ever since the Duke took over here, the lines of communication with Ignodon have been shut down. Baxter might have been a maniac, but at least he talked to us. Now, this Duke and his men, they came out of nowhere and they've destabilized the whole of Tavar. We want to know if he's a threat, or if he'll start talking to us.
Calculating probability of success for mission completion.
I don't want your analysis. This is something we have to do, whatever the odds say.
So, do you want to know how Frank is doing?
Do I want to know if he's been tortured? If the outlaws have starved him? If his belief is being challenged every day? I know how the outlaws treat their captives. That's exactly why I want to get him back.
Can I help you get your man back?
Right now, I'll take whatever help I can get. I want to get Frank home safely, and I fear if I go in after him, I'll just get him killed. You probably stand more chance than us. The outlaws are used to people passing through. They welcome all in the name of profit. It's not like they'll trust you, but they'll allow you in.
What's your plan for getting your man out of the fort?
Well, we can just ask them. The outlaws aren't going to suddenly start abiding by old agreements from the Great Council of Magallan. Elexit is the only thing they respect. If we offer enough, the Duke should agree to set him free.
The Great Council of Magallan?
Yes. That was almost 100 years ago. There was constant warfare that threatened to destroy us all. It was the clerics who brought all the factions together to sign a non-aggression pact to save us all. You know, peace reigned for almost 40 years. But during that time, each group was increasing, growing in size, becoming more committed to their cause. It just made the next war all the bigger.
Why doesn't anyone keep to the pact now?
Because as a species, we're actually pretty damn dumb. And I'm not excluding the clerics here. In those days, the clerics were fighting the berserkers over an Elex deposit. They needed it for their mana. We needed it to drive our machines. When we weren't able to reach agreement, weapons began to speak instead.
And there's been war ever since?
The Horde assumed the war would be short. Back then, we didn't know the power their mana can unleash. We were arrogant. We assumed the technology we'd stockpiled, the weapons we developed would be enough. Then Berserker's magic grew stronger, until one battle where our machines failed. Whole squadrons of our troops were wiped out. We haven't recovered from that defeat, even today.
You left the outlaws out of your story.
Because they aren't worth my breath. They were violating the resolutions almost as soon as the Council had made them. Their attacks mostly consisted of small raids, but it was only a matter of time before they tried something bigger.
I've heard enough.
Good. Let me know when you're planning to head to the fort. We have to free our man.
Give me the Elexit. I'll pay to get your man out.
Very well. I'll put our man's fate in your hands. That elixir is going to buy the freedom of my friend. Don't let it go astray. Not now.
Probability of survival, low. Analyzing structural integrity. Initiating area scan, detecting high levels of obsolescence.
There was something hanging there.
are not permitted to be here.
I don't recognize. Are you with Bloody Baxter or Logan the Duke?
Who is Logan?
You don't know who Logan is? Logan's the Duke. You didn't think the Duke's name was just the Duke, did you?
Who is Baxter?
You really aren't from around here, are you? Baxter the Bloody. He founded the camp here. They say he killed over a dozen jackals with his bare hands, pulled their innards out through their throats, and yet a man as brave as that turned and ran.
Ran from what?
From the Duke. Logan kicked Baxter out of the fort and took over. And then the Duke sent jackals out after him. So they say. But you will have to decide how much of that is true.
What if I say the Duke?
So, you're for Logan. You're just another fish that swims with the stream, are you? So, what do you want? Are you with Blood?
What if I say...
Well, there are those who would say you are a man of integrity. There aren't many here who... Some would say you're living in the past, my friend. That you should think... So, what do you want?
What a... Let's do some... You're forcing Chloe to...
Be careful with your accusations, friend. You said you were with the Duke. If you are spying for the Duke, then you can tell him that this is bullshit. I am not running a protection racket, okay? Get that clear.
Tell me more about the...
Logan took the Are you...
What do you mean, a free agent?
I need someone who doesn't owe the Duke a favor. That's you, right? Okay, so, details. The Duke has a weapons cache. I say cache, but I mean a stockpile. Arms trading is one of his businesses. That makes us competitors. Normally that's fine. There's room for us both. Only right now I've got a bulk deal going through. But only if I can get some grenades to complete the list of things he wants.
I thought you said not to cross the Duke.
If you don't want to get the grenades, you don't have to. I won't force you. You know my offer? You can make your choice.
About the...
So, are you...
Yes, I'll get them.
Good decision. So, bring me 3 crates, and then you can pick out a reward. You got that?
Sure, I'll get them. I have the crates of grenades you want.
Excellent. Give them to me. What do you want as your reward? Do you want a share of these grenades? Or is it Alexit you want? And now this deal is going through, I can afford to give you a discount on trade. So, what will it be?
I want some grenades.
You will get them. Just don't use them all at once.
Tell me about Baxter.
Why do you want to know? He's gone. There's some who say that Baxter is everywhere and nowhere, that he is spied. Others say that he was shot in the back of the head and is buried out there in the sand. Whatever the truth, no one's heard from him since Nasty took the fort and the Duke took control. Take my advice and stop asking questions. The Duke won't like it, and if Baxter is still alive, it's not like he's doing anything to defend his own name, is it? Let him fade into the past.
Let's do some...
Stuck in the pot for 3 hours last night.
How come?
That slop.
You say so. Really? Now? Should just have kept his mouth shut. It is all about serious personal dedication to the law. So, yeah, I can see that, okay. Nobody listens to me. You might be right there. That has to happen sooner or later. You say so. I don't want anything to do with it.
We've got to get this sorted. I have shit to do.
It is all about serious personal dedication to the law.
He should just have kept his mouth shut.
Don't mess me around, or I'll mess with you.
I met the men you sent to
And yet, here you are.
You sent the wrong men.
So it seems. You must be stronger than you look. All right, let's call it quits. Let's put it in the past and move.
I agree.
Right. Good. Someone who knows when to move on. Let's just stay out of each other's way from now, okay? That'd be good for both.
Those creatures need dealing with.
I don't believe that. You are not good. That's the right decision. You are not permitted to be here. What part of not permitted didn't good? That's the right decision. You are not good. That's the right decision.
Yes, you can say that, but we need more food first.
I found this list at Blake's.
A list? All right, let's see if it's anything useful. I'm guessing it's a list of names, but with this writing, bodyguards, Madison. Ah, Iron Madison. Ryan. You know, whoever wrote this can't spell. Well, this seems to be a list of candidates for bodyguards for Blake. That idiot Cameron must have written this before he was killed. Okay, then it's clear what we have to do.
We should talk to Ryan.
Why should we do that? I mean, what would you talk to him about? No, Ryan isn't the problem. But he may be part of the solution. If Blake's latest bodyguard Ryan was to die or quit, the names on this list would be So, we should change the name on the top. Then, we put the list back and give Blake a reason to hire someone new.
You want me to be Blake's bodyguard?
You certainly could. But no, that would be too suspicious. I will do it. After I've written my name on top of the list, I'll put it back in Blake's place. You take care of Ryan in the meantime. The idiot prides himself on being loyal, so chances are you'll have to kill him. Trying to persuade him might just mean he speaks to Blake and then our chances will be blown. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, then go. You take care of Ryan and I'll become Blake's new bodyguard. Then, we will find out what... See you up at Blake's.
See you later.
Damn. I ate some of that too.
Well, then get ready to hit the porcelain. If you've got the same thing I've had, you're gonna pay.
So fuck off, will you, yeah?
Say, why don't you fuck off yourself?
Are you trying to start something, huh? Yes. I'll get you!
Stop saying things like that, will you?
Ryan is dead.
Already? That was quick. You'll have to give me time. Let me get to Blake's and sort things out there. Then let's talk about this again.
So, you want trouble?
Stop saying things like that, will you?
Yeah, of course. Why would it be?
Ryan?
Already? You'll have to give me time. Let me get to Blake. Already? You'll have to give... Let me get...
I can't talk to you.
Ryan?
Right. Let me get the list into Blake's things. So, done. It's going to be fishy if I turn up and tell Blake his bodyguard is... You had better do it.
Won't Blake think it's strange? Me telling...
What? You mean that he's dead?
He might suspect I...
Yeah? So what if he does? People get killed in Tavar all... And he is pretty used to his bodyguards dying on. Just go to Blake and tell him you found... You could even suggest that he needs to... Sometimes he can be a little slow on...
Right.
Then come back and tell me when he knows...